Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. I am your SST teacher from IYS school. Kindly first listen my instructions and follow it. First, check your speakers and headphones. Then keep your textbook and notebook with you to note down the important points. You can ask me any question, but at the end of the topic. Today, we will discuss on the same topic, our government. We will start it, but first we revise some previous points. Tomorrow we discuss the term laws. Laws are rules that something you can and some things restricted you cannot. Today we discuss laws. Then why laws are made to help people live together in peace, because laws are made for every person of country, and by follow these laws all people live peacefully in our society. Then we discuss about the laws. Laws are rules that made by the government for the peoples of the country. After that we discussed democratic country. Democracy Democracy is a form of government in which the people have the authority to choose their governing. Actually, democracy means the rule of the people, where the people have the authority by the elections. They can choose their prime minister who understand their problems and make a country powerful and strong. Now, you have a slide of define government. Actually, a government is a group of people that have some authorities. As you can see in your screen, a group of people that have some authorities to resolve the issues is called a government. Or you can say a government of people, a group of people who look after the necessary matters of the country is called government. Then we discuss the levels, three levels and the three branches. In detail, we discuss about the parliament, the executive branch and the judicial. The parliaments make laws in a democratic country. There are two houses. The Parliament House, National Parliament, is divided into two branches, or you can say two houses. The first one and the upper house is called the Senate, and the lower house is called National Assembly. The law can only pass if it is approved in both of the houses. In each province, there is a provincial assembly which can also make laws. But the laws made by the provincial assembly of a province is applied in that province only. Thus, the executive, the second branch of the government. The executive is the branch of government exercising authority and holding responsibility for the governance of a state. The executive execute and enforces law. The powers, they have some powers, just like they able to reject the proposal for a law. They have a command for appoint federal judges. Also, they have the authority that appoint federal posts such as their members of government agencies. Function of the Executive Council is to execute the laws made by the Legislative Council. The Prime Minister is the head of the Executive Council in the Federation, and the Chief Minister is the head of the Executive Council in the province. Then we discuss the judicial branch. Judicial branch decide which laws are made according to the constitutions and which laws are not. The function of the judiciary is to give justice to the people according to the law of the country. The judiciary consists of all the judges of the country who perform their duties in the court of law. Now, today we will discuss the three levels of the government. The first one is called federal, the second is provincial, and the last is the municipal. They are the levels of the government. First, federal government. The federal government is responsible for governing the country as a whole. They have some commands. Only the federal government can regulate interstate and foreign commerce, declare war, and set taxing, spending, and other national policies. Now, on your screen, there are some powers of the federal government: collecting taxes, creating currency, declaring war, creating lower courts. They have some commands like taxation system. They manage the taxes and collection of these. And also federal government involved in economic affairs like banking, daily transaction, and they have the power of declaring war. They enforce the war or against the war. Also, they create lower courts. Provincial government. The provincial government are responsible for provincial affairs. The head of each province is a non-executive governor appointed by the president on the advice of the prime minister. The governors play a similar role at the provincial level as the president does at the federal level. The provincial government is responsible for areas such as they are responsible for education, healthcare, some natural resources, and road regulations. Sometimes they share responsibilities with the federal government. There is a provincial government in each provincial capital. The chief minister is the head of the provincial government. The chief minister appoints his minister who help him with the performance of his duties, like the federal ministers. Each minister, provincial minister, is in charge of a separate department in his own province. Each province has a governor who run the administration of his province. The governor ensures that the provincial assembly follows the rules laid down in the constitutions. In the National Assembly, the members discuss laws and other matters of the country. In a provincial assembly, the matters of the province come under discussion. The provincial government, as you know, is headed by the chief minister who is assisted by provincial ministers. The provincial government look after the province. They provide services in areas. As I told you, different areas such as they give the services of health, education, agriculture, and road. One is the municipal government. As you know, the municipal government is a local government. The municipal government look, look after the needs of cities, towns, and villages. The job of local government is to run the affairs of cities, town, and villages, but at the local level. The responsibility of local government is vary from country to country, but usually include services. These services such as education, town planning, sanitation, parks, recreation areas, fire services, and roads. To pay for these services, local government collect taxes in addition to national taxes. The major cities of Pakistan have municipal corporation or organization which are headed by mayors elected by the peoples of that city, play a vital role in improving living standards of citizens because it tends to be physically closer to those in need of development than the provincial and federal government. Local government lies in the fact that these help to shape the development agenda, explaining the implication of government programs to the peoples. What are civil servants? Those people who involved in governing to solve the public affairs, or you can say government affairs, are called civil servants. In other words, you can say in order to assist the government, there are government officers in country that called the civil servants, and they manage different departments in the country. They are selected on the basis of their knowledge and skills to run each department. There, I'm telling you the names of different departments, just like the Department of Agriculture has been set up to make research and enhance the field of crops. They, the department have some members. They all are civil servants. They perform duty by doing their job. Second, the health department. The health department takes steps to promote the health of peoples. It means the members that are involved in this department, they all are called civil servants. Same as the third, the education department, who work for imparting education to the children. Fourth, the police department. The police department ensure the protection of life and property of the citizens. It means they are protect us from the thieves, dacoits. So they are the civil servants and they protect us from the danger. Fifth, the law department provide justice to the peoples. All these departments work at the level of cities, mohalla, districts, province, and country. The head of each department is called the secretary, who work under the supervision of a minister. The administration of a province is run by the governor. Now, I'm repeating some terms again. The federal government. The federal government is responsible for governing the whole country. They have some powers that collecting taxes, the taxation system, second currency, the declaring war, creating lower courts. These are the different authorities that have. Second is the provincial government. As I told you about, the provincial government is headed by the chief minister, who is assisted by provincial minister. The provincial government look after the province. They provide services in areas such as health, agriculture, education, road, etc. As you can see on your screen, the provincial government are responsible for provincial affairs only. The municipal government is called as a local government. The job is that they run the affairs of cities, towns, and villages at the local level. The responsibilities may be vary from country to country, but usually include services such as education, town planning, sanitation, parks, recreation areas, fire services, and road, who run the administration of his province. The governor ensures that the provincial assembly follows the rules laid down in the constitution. In the National Assembly, the members discuss laws and orders. In a provincial assembly, the matters of the province come under discussion. Then we discuss the civil servant. In order to assist the government, there are government officers in every country that are called civil servants. Okay, those people who involved in governing to solve the government or public matters are called civil servants. They are selected on the basis of their knowledge and skills to run each department. The departments are, for example, the Department of Agriculture, second, Health Department, fourth, Education Department, fifth, Police Department, and the Law Department. They all have different duties, and the members of these departments are called civil servants. Now, you have a home task. In the last class, I gave you the questions: why do we need a government? The second question: what is the basic duty of the government in a modern society? And the third question is, what are the three branches of the government? And explain the role of each branch. Now, I am showing you the answers of these questions. The first one: why do we need a government? We need a government because a government is a group of people who look after the necessary matters of a country. The second question: what is the basic duty of the government in a modern society? The answer is that in a modern society, the basic duty of any government is to ensure that the people of the country are happy. The role of the government is to serve the people. Then, the last, third one: what are the three branches of the government? Explain the role of each branch. First one: there are three branches of the government. First, the parliament. Second, the executive. And the third is the judicial. These all branches have different works. For example, if we discuss about parliament, national parliament, then parliament makes laws. If we discuss the executive branch headed by the prime minister proposes and enforces the laws. The last, judicial branch, decide which laws are according to the constitutions and which are not. Now today, question: who are the civil servants and what do they do? Kindly students, take the screenshot of these questions. The first, in order to assist the government, there are government officers in the country that are called civil servants, and they manage different departments in the country. Second question is question number 5. What do municipal government do? The municipal government are local government. The job of local government is to run the affairs of cities, towns, and villages at the local level. Then third, how many levels are there in our government? The answer is there are 3 levels of government in our country. The first one, the federal, second, the provincial, and the last one is the municipal. The federal government is responsible for governing the country as a whole. The provincial government is responsible for governing the province only. The last one, the municipal government, look after the needs of cities, towns, and villages at the local level. Kindly take the screenshot of these slides. Then 4, 5, and 6. Now, there are the answers of the blanks, which is in your book, page number 21. The first, Pakistan government is divided into dash branches. How many branches? You know, 3 branches and in 3 levels. Okay. Pakistan is a republic with dash as the head of state. You know, Pakistan is a republic with president as the head of state. Third, in a modern world, people choose their own dash what? Own government. Fourth one, in Pakistan, dash makes the law. Who makes the law? Parliament. Parliament makes the law. The fifth one, headed by chief minister. The dash look after the country's relation with the other countries. It means foreign minister. Your book, the fifth blank, the first prime minister of Pakistan was Nawabzada Liaquat Ali Khan. This is your fifth blank. Then the sixth blank is the provincial government is headed by chief justice. Okay, and the last one is the foreign minister look after the country's relation with the other countries. Okay, now you have the activity work. Kindly take the screenshot in your book, page number 21, and also I'm showing you on the screen. Activity C. Write the names of any 5 prime ministers of Pakistan, collect their pictures and paste them in your notebook. It means in your copy, in your SST fair copy. Okay, this is your home task. Okay, students, kindly do your work in your fair copy with very neat and clean writing. Okay, Allah Hafiz.